Hello everyone, welcome to another Patreon exclusive reading. This month we are going to be looking at a message that you really need to hear right now. So I have 4 piles here picked out for you, and I would love for you to take a moment to just pause and meditate on which of these 4 piles holds the most aligned message for you energetically. We're going to just be taking a deep look into a message that you really need to hear right now, something that may be encouraging you in your next steps, or may be moving you through this new stage that you're in currently. So yes, a message that you really need to hear right now. Take a moment to pause and meditate, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Smoky Quartz Cluster Quartz. Okay, I'm going to put it right off to the side, and I'm going to get right into your reading and just look at the overall energy of the message that is coming to you right now from Spirit. And I'm using the Chakra Insight Oracle, so this will be looking at the chakras that are being most activated for you right now. You have the throat chakra with self-expression, vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. Okay, so the message that's coming through already very strongly is that Spirit is needing you to vocalize something. They're needing you to express yourself authentically at this time. You're being called to express your individuality. For some reason, I'm being drawn to the smoky quartz again, and I'm thinking it's because this crystal helps to clear out energy that is not yours, is not aligned to yours. It also helps to protect against energetic attacks that causes you to absorb other people's energy. So it can be very good for clearing your own energy in order to express your true, authentic inner voice, and to also be very assertive over decisions and taking actions as well. You also have the solar plexus chakra. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. And this absolutely also talks about taking movement and action from a very centered place. The solar plexus is the chakra that is located right above your belly button, like in the center of your stomach, of your abdomen. And when we feel called to action, we normally do tend to feel that within our gut. It's a gut reaction. So I think that there's a lot channeling through you right now that Spirit is trying to either make you more aware of or just affirm, depending on how this message is resonating for you, pile number 1. They are letting you know that it's time to take action on something. Creative action is what I'm feeling as well. Some of you could be listening to your creativity more, listening to the creative impulses that you are feeling more. You're wanting to express your creativity more in the things that you are doing, either professionally or just personally, but really wanting to see you more in the things that you do. Really wanting to see your energy in things, wanting to look at something and be very proud of its accomplishment and also see your identity within it. And you also have, oh my gosh, that's okay. So I don't, okay. Gut instincts, very direct. Spirit really wants you to follow your solar plexus, your gut, your intuition. You are very aware of what it is that I'm expressing to you right now. You could also have felt, a reaction within your stomach, within your gut, knowing that this is a message for you and that you are being called towards something. I think that there is absolutely a lot of trust coming in. It's like you need this confirmation in order to keep going, in order to keep going on what it is that you already know, because you're sensing something. You are intuitively sensing something, and you don't want to hold back. You don't want to hold yourself back. You really want to give it your all. You really want to express as much of yourself in this as possible. And it is encouraged by Spirit. It is being heavily encouraged by Spirit for you to embrace your creativity, to share it with others, and to begin each new beginning, each new cycle. I feel like that comes up for you, to begin it with a knowing that you are meant to be in that space. You're meant to be expressing yourself in the space that you're in when you're in it for divine reasoning also as well. Okay. So, wow, very, very strong messages that are coming out for you thus far already. I'm going to look even further into the oracle, and I think I'm going to do these two first. We're going to look at directly what Spirit is trying to show you with this message, and also the angel number message that is here to affirm you at this time. And you are being shown, is this the right path? Okay, show me, is this the right path, Spirit? And Spirit is, again, as I'm mentioning to you and telling it to you, they're saying, yes, this is the right path. Yes, you do know what you're doing. Yes, you are sensing something true. What you're sensing is true. What you're being called towards is meant to be. What you're expressing, either if it's to yourself and like you're preparing to, because I feel like there's this buildup of energy. You're preparing to express it to others, or you're learning how to express it to others, but you're definitely knowing within what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to say, what it is that you want to create, or what it is that you want to say through your creations. And Spirit is showing you that this is the right path. 1010. So when you see this number, this could also be a huge, huge indicator that you are being told, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, this is the next cycle. Yes, this is the next step. Yes, what you feel is what you know. 1010 could be that number for you. So keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. Okay, so you aren't on this creative endeavor. You aren't in this life alone. You aren't just here tackling things. Spirit is, and your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, they are in the background working silently, opening these doors for you that you feel like you may have been just stumbling upon, but like they are being divinely opened to you. So especially, again, if you are resonating strongly with the number 1010, and even not, patience at this time, I feel like it's going to be really important for you to learn how to trust the instincts that are coming to you. Just it's almost like I'm also hearing the word like allow things to unfold, allow things to occur, allow things to happen. Okay. And so now I'm going to keep looking at the oracle, and then we're going to get into the tarot. You have limitation. Okay. With the pelican spirit here, a lot of bird energy, so you could be drawn to birds as well. You also have preparation with the squirrel, which I definitely was feeling a sense of preparation coming from you. And we have, what is this word? Revelry. I think I said that wrong. Revelry. Well, revelry. I think that what that message is trying to tell you is to enjoy, to be very in the moment. The otter is a very hardworking animal. It is and so is the squirrel. They both do a lot of preparation for hibernation and a lot of storing in order to be prepared for the next cycle. Again, I continue to feel as if there is, especially with the 1010 here, and we have the number 19, which boils down to 10. You have a lot of, or maybe one major cycle closing for you at this time, and new beginnings opening up for you where you are being called to be more expressive. With the limitation energy here, it feels like this is something that you may be overcoming at this time, limiting your voice limiting your thoughts or limiting sharing your thoughts with others, limited and reveling in your abundance is also what I feel like. It's kind of like, give me a second. I want to see what the Otter Spirit is here to tell you. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Five of Cups. Okay. So, difficult energy, difficult past energy with the Five of Cups here next to revelry. It almost feels as if you are so used to focusing on the things that have happened, that are going wrong, or that are out of your control, that you miss the opportunities that are full and abundant around you. That is how the Five of Cups is normally depicted, is someone who is saddened over three cups that have fallen over when they have two viable cups right behind them. With the Ace of Swords coming through, this is a brand new perspective, a brand new way of thinking that Spirit is gifting you with. To lend, I feel like, in the more optimistic side, to look at things on the brighter side, to look at things that are already prepared for you. You're someone who doesn't just go into the battle unprepared. You like preparation. It allows you to feel less limited. It allows you to feel more in control. With the Five of Wands showing up, I feel like there's a struggle, especially with the Five of Cups. I feel like there's a struggle with knowing that, and it feels very internal. It does not feel necessarily like you may be fighting with others. It feels internal to me. And it's an internal struggle to feel or believe that everything is okay. It also feels as if, like, emotionally you are not satisfied. I won't say unhappy. You are not satisfied. And the Five of Wands is like this struggle to push forward in order to feel as if there is more. I feel like there are struggles of feelings of lack, and you are struggling to push forward in order to finally feel that feeling of, I finally made it. And Spirit, that is why patience is here. I feel like, in order to keep your thoughts positive, because just because you haven't reached the goal yet does not mean that it is unreachable, or that you like, each path that you take is not the right path to get exactly where you want. And Spirit is asking you to trust your gut feelings and know. Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're working on something right now, especially over vocalization and self-expression, working on something with others that may call for you to be more in the spotlight, but in a group setting. It's like you're working on something with others in order to share it with a larger community, it feels like. And the Three of Pentacles here. And Spirit is asking you, as you're working on this thing, that you're asking it if it is the right path, as you're working on this thing, to keep your thoughts more positive. Plan for anything when it comes to being in a creative state. Plan for anything. Expect anything. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I feel like through this creation, through this business, this project that you are involved in right now, you are learning a very essential life lesson, spiritual lesson, in regards to your mental state and your thought patterns, your mental habits that keep you in the past, that keep you focused on things that have failed, which you quite possibly believe to be equivalent to the failure of you or anything that you ever create. Know that this is not true. Believe in yourself. Have courage in everything that you enter. Expect it to succeed, and don't expect success to look a certain way is also what I'm hearing for you, pile number 1. Just come in as authentic as you want to be, as authentic as you feel comfortable being. Don't focus on the past of what has happened, of the creative projects that you've left in the past. Don't focus on how you feel unprepared. Don't focus on even necessarily how you feel limited in any way in regards to your creative process. Create with what you have on hand. Create with what you can. Enjoy that creative process and look at it as abundant, as if you had X, Y, and Z. The things that you think that you need in order to create, when your creation actually just comes from you. It stems from you in a healthy place. And it's meant to be honored in a healthy space. And you're meant to view yourself as so abundant, so creatively abundant, that it doesn't matter what has happened in the past. The past is just the progress to your future. It is your portfolio. And you can't be embarrassed of the things that have, built you up to this point. Pile number 1. I hope that this message is making sense. I feel like I'm going to pull an extra card for you in the Crystal Oracle for your last advice from spirits. Ooh, I'm going to take the one that did not flip over and see what spirit has to tell you, pile number 1. Oh, carnelian. Beautiful. Courage, motivation, and endurance. Absolutely what we've been talking about. Powerful and bold, carnelian increases confidence in yourself, especially when you need to take center stage. Yes, and use your voice effectively. A stabilizing stone, carnelian helps balance volatile emotions for long-term vitality. Believed to protect the soul in the afterlife, carnelian is a stone of the living, meant to motivate you to take chances with the life that you have. Life is meant to be lived with passion and desire, and carnelian gives you the courage to do so. Carpe diem, seize the day, okay? And we have Taurus, Cancer, Leo, and Scorpio. Any of those could be important energies to you, but Spirit is definitely encouraging you to express yourself, to be courageous in these new beginnings, these new stages of life, these new creations that you are in the process of, and do not let limiting doubts or beliefs hold you back, pile number 1. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful clear quartz crystal cluster. I'm going to put this right to the side, and we're going to get right into your reading. I'm going to look at the overall energy of the chakra message that Spirit is trying to send you right now, of the message that you really need to hear. So you have visualization with imagination, focus, experience, and manifestation. Wow, pile number 2. So you are in the process of manifesting something, and Spirit is calling you right now, or whenever you can, to visualize. So this feels like embodying the manifestation that you're trying to bring about. This feels like, imagining what you would do with this manifestation, how you would interact with this manifestation, how it would evolve and change your life, and in what ways, getting as deeply into the imaginative process as possible, focusing on one manifestation at a time, and experiencing what this visualization process feels like, and being able to carry that with you throughout the day until this manifestation occurs. You also have guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. So you are absolutely being guided at this time. You have a lot of upper chakras being highlighted with the crown and the third eye chakra. So a lot of spiritual downloads at this time is what you're experiencing. You could work heavily with these chakras, be a spiritualist, spiritual teacher, or someone who is constantly being guided by the divine in your day-to-day. But either way, you are heavily being supported right now by spirit, and they are showing you signs of love and encouragement as you continue to move towards your destiny. It is your destiny, I feel like, to manifest what is coming up for you now. And a lot of you could also be working with the moon cycles as well, or lunar cycles, solar cycles, just working with the planets in order to manifest. You also have presence, again, another crown chakra, and a master number 44 here. Awareness, attention, reality, connection. Okay, so absolutely, like, the divine is all intertwined in this beautiful reading. Pile number 2, you are a beautiful spirit. And I think this is becoming more aware to you. I think this is a large spiritual awakening that may be happening for you, pile number 2. So again, you may be learning more about manifestation, how to manifest, the manifestation process, what it could look like for you, because everyone manifests differently, and the results, again, can still be as successful as the intention that you put into it. So I think you, again, are being called to focus, to give your attention to something that you are really, really trying to bring in right now. A lot of purple and, again, upper chakra. You could be receiving a lot of downloads as to next steps, next movements. A lot of it could not even be conscious. You could just be doing things and be like, wow, I took this step and it led to like the best decision ever in my life. So I think there's a lot of things that are opening up for you at this moment. And I'm going to look even further into the message that Spirit is trying to send you here. I'm going to look to see what Spirit is showing you at this time through this message, and the angel number message to correlate as well. So show me challenging aspects. You are being shown challenging aspects at this time in regards to your path, in regards to, I think, living this spiritual life as freely as you are. Because, again, divine, like so much divinity that I feel like you are being led in a way that doesn't make sense to people who live a more logic-focused kind of life. Even though it's not to say that you don't use logic as well, it just means that you rely on your intuition. You rely on your awareness, or you are learning to do so more. And this could also be a more challenging aspect for you to move with faith, and to know that you're being guided. You also have the angel number 18 here. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. You are kind-hearted. So, absolutely, I think, especially me feeling like you are a spiritual teacher or a spiritual, like you help guide other people as well as you're being guided. And I think Spirit is affirming you and to say that you are destined to leave the world better off than you found it. Like, we have made our way into this life with actually very little guidance from, sometimes even parental figures. So to go on faith and to know that like, you can feel it in your mind, in your third eye, and you know that you're being guided. And you know that as long as you stay in tune with this energy that you have just at the base, at the root of who you are and who you are becoming, then you know that it is of the highest good for all. And I think that is what draws people to you as well, pile number 2, is that they can feel this genuine energy like coming off of you. They can feel your kind-heartedness. You greet people with a smile. You could be very aware of other people's energies, which is why you greet people with a smile, because you know that some people just have hard days and that their behaviors towards you do not have anything to do with you, and they reflect the things that are going on within them internally and in their lives externally and personally. So this is, again, a challenging aspect about you, as well as like where other people would normally go off on someone who is even having a bad day. You meet people with awareness, with patience, with connection, rather than pulling away from others. You're very kind-hearted. That does not necessarily mean that you are passive. Okay, that does not mean that you're passive aggressive, that you let people walk over you. I think there is a higher awareness, and I think you know exactly what I mean when I say that, pile number 2. There's a difference between letting people take advantage of you, letting people talk over you, or, you know, any of the disrespectful energy, but just being aware that I'm not going to make your day worse off by reacting to you. I'm not going to make my day worse off by reacting to you. I'm coming from a higher awareness, a higher place of being. I'm not higher than you. I just have a knowing that you are not connected to at this current moment. And that's okay, sis. Like, that's okay. So I think this is a very beautiful energy that you carry. You have learned it. You have learned it. This did not necessarily come easy to you. Again, you could have been very well someone who reacted in the past, being very reactive. And that doesn't make you any less of a spiritual being today because of that. It has shown your evolvement. You are evolving, have evolved so much, and continue to do so. I think that's also what could be a part of your manifestation as well, is just a higher evolvement of spirit. You just want to continue to be connected. You want to continue to be directed, guided. You want to live this life of spirit, and that's actually very, very beautiful, pile number 2. Let's see what else spirit has in this message that you need to hear today. So you have vulnerability, the walrus. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Vulnerability. Yes, I feel that for you. You also have talent. Yes, with the toucan. Talent. Yes. And adaptability, the chameleon. Yes, you are the adaptable spiritualist. You are, you go with the flow that spirit sends you in. Okay, you definitely have a talent for this, I feel, as well. It's like a no stress. I'm completely blessed. No stress. Like, let us all be guided in this way. Let us take each thing step by step. Let us focus on one thing in our lives at a time that we really want to be dedicated to spiritually. This is like a huge talent of yours, to be able to live in such a vulnerable state where others feel like they have to have things planned. They have to have things like charted for the next, 5 to 8 years. And you're just like, I want to build a foundation that is so strong in happiness and health and wealth that I don't have to focus years ahead. I can be present and know that my future is taken care of. Wow. Pile number 2, I feel like you do like adaptability because it's here, and the guidance of spirit does not always make, the most pathological or logical sense, So you do like adaptability, like to be adaptable. You do like to go with the flow. You also, I'm not saying necessarily that you only focus on one manifestation at a time, because I feel like it's a multitude of things that you are manifesting. But it's like It's like a domino effect. One thing happens and then the other and then the other. And you only focus on that first domino that falls, right? That is, I think, the beauty of the domino effect is to be able to enjoy seeing one after the other, not all at once. If that makes sense. Pile number 2. We have Judgment in reverse. Okay, I think this is actually really beautiful, because I feel like this is judgments towards yourself. I'm going to look even further. 2 of Cups. Okay. Judgment in reverse underneath the challenging aspect next to 2 of Cups. This tells me that you do have very high expectations of yourself. I feel like even when you try to be at ease, even when you try to take it slow and you try to go with the flow, you are really still trying to open up to being kinder to yourself, to looking at yourself as talented as you are. Some of you guys could be like very like artists, visionaries. So you are able to manifest through art, through drawing, through vision boards, even quite possibly. But you expect a lot from yourself. And I feel like this is an energy that is leaving you, that you are ready to release, especially next to the 2 of Cups. I feel like you haven't been able to do this alone. Whether you are in a divine relationship, a divine connection, a divine spiritual connection with like another human or humans, or if this is you and spirit working hand in hand together in order to find this self-compassion. With the 4 of Swords here, Spirit is calling you to rest. Spirit is calling you to take a break. Spirit is telling you that I need you to be adaptable to this because you may need the rest more than you think. Maybe you don't allow yourself to rest because you feel like there's just still work to be done. Like there's work to be done. And that is true. But with the 4 of Wands here, again, with things like doubling up in your message, with the 4 of Wands here, Spirit is saying everything is actually okay. Like, yes, things still need to be done. We have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Things still need to be done. The world is still as it is and will continue to be as it is until it is, a larger collective shift that we are working on. But 4 of Wands is a personal, everything is okay. It's a personal life, can be and can move slowly. Like Spirit is trying to remind you not to work until you get yourself to the 10 of Wands, because yes, you're kind-hearted and you want to do so much for other people, but it's like you have to be able to have some kind of energy left within your body in order to do that. So it's like refill yourself. Fill yourself up. Enjoy the present moment. Keep being present. The more you're present, the more guidance that comes to you in regards to your next steps. It's also what I'm feeling like. I feel like this is more of a confirmation for you more than anything, pile number 2. I feel like you are aware of all of these things. You are trying to put your foot on the brake more, trying to be less judgmental of needing rest, of being in a restful state and still manifesting. I think sometimes you may also feel like maybe possibly feelings of guilt being able to manifest such beautiful things in your life while being also so intentional on taking it slowly. Okay, this is not something that we're used to as a collective, as a society. We are still in the grind culture and the grind and the hustle culture. And this is not what you're into. Like, you want to be more compassionate to yourself in order to not lean into that, in order to just lean into your talents and let your talents flourish. Not necessarily doing as much as you can, but doing what you want. Don't do what you expect you to get you much further, faster as well, because we have a lot of, well, not a lot, but we have the air and the fire here, which try to go very quickly. And Spirit is asking you to flow a little bit more and not to hold yourself back from flowing, not to, think down on yourself for going with the spiritual flow. Pile number 2. And so Spirit has this one last crystal message for you. This is the back of it, and this is the crystal sulfur, okay? You have volcanic progress inventive. Sourced from volcanic areas, sulfur is an excellent companion for bottled up emotions that can manifest as skin conditions, fevers, and emotional outbursts. Sulfur has a negative electrical charge, allowing it to absorb toxicity and destruction from your surroundings. Sulfur also brings to light the natural disasters in your personal landscape, highlighting your shadows in order to clear the path for renewal. This opens up awareness of triggers that can cause eruption, placing consciousness in action. And you have the energy Leo here. So I really want to get into explaining this as deeply as I can for you to understand this final message from Spirit. Sulfur is saying, don't get to the point of emotional explosion. And if you already have, do not worry, because there is something to be aware of in this situation. You are progressing at this time, and I think in that progress, you are releasing a lot of the shadow that you are holding on to. Or it says highlighting your shadows in order to clear the path for renewal. And I think this is absolutely what you're facing right now, is like a preparation for renewal. With the Judgment in reverse, that does absolutely talk about like the triggers that are within you still emotionally that can set you off, but I feel as if this is a time for you to choose not to allow it to. So a lot of you could also, I'm going to point out, be seeing some skin conditions or emotional outbursts that is just a sign that there is something within that is needing to come out. And then especially in regards to manifesting, you want to make sure you are doing it from a clear space so that you can be very focused on what it is that you are manifesting and not necessarily on what it is that is consuming your mind at that time. Especially, again, bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, before things can start to like flow and before you can start to feel actually nourished by the abundance that you're calling into your life. There's things that the Spirit is asking you to slow down on, pile number 2. And I think you will know exactly what that means for you specifically in your life. Again, it will not necessarily be the simplest task with challenging aspects here, but Spirit knows that you are being guided through it all. And to really, really embrace the adaptive sides that you have within you. Pile number 2. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful carnelian tumbled stone. I'm going to put this right off to the side, and we're going to look at the overall energy of the message that Spirit needs you to hear right now. Okay, so you have the crown chakra. Okay, wow. So beautiful. We also have the base chakra. Okay. And divine consciousness, again with the crown chakra, with interconnection, expansion, oneness, light. Okay, so much like another pile in this reading, you are experiencing heavy spiritual downloads at this time, okay? And the reason why your base chakra or your root chakra, the root chakra is the first chakra. It is the one that is, right at the base of your body, your energetic body. not towards your feet. Your feet has separate chakras, but the base is the root. And the reason why this one is important is to be able to ground yourself in order to be able to experience and accept the downloads that are coming into your life right now. Pile number 3. It is very important at this moment for you to meditate, to connect with your breath or connect with your body in any way possible, to connect with the earth, like literally grounding yourself, envisioning yourself grounding into the earth that is connected to the foundation that you are living upon at this current moment. Just making sure that you when you are grounded, you are very much so present. You are very much so, you can find yourself being more goal oriented when you are more grounded, more decisive as well, more confident, more steady in your pace going about things. You can tell a lot when your root chakra is healthy and vibrating in connection with the rest of your energetic body. But because you have 2 crown chakra cards coming out, that means that it's going to be some powerful downloads that are coming for you in the next time. I'm going to see if we can figure out timing within your reading, but we'll see. So at this moment, you are expanding. Your consciousness is expanding. You are absorbing a lot of realizations. You are seeing the connection of things very intimately, very spiritually. You're seeing the spiritual connection in all of life and all of the things that you're experiencing right now. You are also, especially when you ground yourself as frequently, as intentionally as possible, you feel a lot of oneness with what it is that you are grounding to, connecting to in this state as well. So I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to look even further at the oracle to see what messages Spirit has for you at this divine and beautiful time. We're going to be looking at what you are being shown at this time and the angel number message to correspond. So you have, show me the positive. Okay. I already like where this energy is going. Pile number 3. So you have show me the positive, and you also have I am confident in the angel number 13. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with the creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. Okay, so we were just talking about goals, being goal oriented with the root chakra here, so that it's coming up again for you. Even the I am confident statement is coming up for you again, especially in connection to your root chakra. So as you are grounding yourself and preparing to open up to more divine consciousness, safely aware, being aware, of all that is going on around you, you are also coming up with a lot of creative ideas at this time. The number 13 breaks down to a number 4, and that could also have a lot to do with your home space. So creatively decorating your home, creatively making a safe space in your home. It could be in order to be able to focus on the divine. So a meditation area, an altar for some of you, it could be also that is coming in. But you are coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. Okay, you, again, talking about the physical here, the base chakra is also in the physical. So you are taking something creative, imaginative, idealistic, and bringing it into the real. So this is absolutely a confirmation of you manifesting something as well. Pile number 3. An optimistic An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. So there's something growing in your life right now. You are in the process, in the midst of manifesting something very large and significant for yourself. It does not have to just be materially, like of the material realm. It could be a certain spiritual knowledge that you're trying to manifest. You could be manifesting the end of a cycle, the closing of a spiritual karmic cycle is something also that you could be manifesting at this moment. But with the show me the positive, I feel as if there's a situation going on in your life where you're actually having to have this be shown to you, because I feel as if you are not necessarily on the most optimistic side, especially with that coming out. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you on track, keeps you determined and on track. So I think sometimes you have like this one goal in mind, and sometimes you get sidetracked. That's the word I'd like to use. You get sidetracked by other things, it feels like. It could be that you are like, you want to be optimistic. You want to surrender to the optimism of the possibility of this goal unfolding as you have wanted it to manifest. But you also want to, like, you're fighting this more practical side of yourself, I feel as if, where it says you have to do it this way. It has to be this way. You have to go this way. And when Spirit sends you, it's like it's different for everyone. When Spirit sends you in the direction that you need to be, it's almost as if you question, am I getting sidetracked right now? Am I being distracted? Or is this a part of the purpose? So it is different for everyone who is watching pile number 3. But Spirit wants you to be confident at this time when you feel that divine urge to make choices for this goal, for this outcome. They want you to be confident in these choices, that you are divining. You're not just, coming up with, excuse my French, but you're not just coming up with shit. It's like Spirit is actually sending you tasks, it feels like. And you're opening up, like the porter, you're opening up more to it. And this is a good thing. Of course, you don't have to tackle everything and anything at the very moment that you feel the urge, okay? Because that does lead to burnout. I'm being called to point that out as well. Just to a steady pace, taking things day by day, one at a time, writing down the things that come to you in the spur of the moment so that you can come back to it when you can, but not having to do it at that moment as well. I feel like that was also a important message for you, pile number 3, but we're going to look even more into the oracle and see what Spirit has to tell you. So you have loyalty with the Emperor here. Wow. And the Emperor is also the penguin. This is the penguin. I'm not sure why they named it the Emperor, but you also have conviction with the silk moth. Okay. I'm hearing do it with conviction. Do it with conviction. And you also have resourcefulness with the aardvark. Okay, pile number 3. So, it's so interesting. Again, we have resourcefulness, and that is definitely the energy of like, I find the meaning in all. I find the treasure in all. I view things with a third eye that other people cannot necessarily see it the way, like your awareness is evolving, upgrading. It feels like to me as well. And the loyalty and the conviction, I feel as if there's something that you are having to give your all. Pile number 3. Oof, yes. There's definitely a message that wants to come out through the tarot, as they almost fell all over the floor. But there's something that you are wanting to give your all. You wanting to be loyal to. It is calling you forward with loyalty. So some of you could be creating something for the divine. You're creating something for the divine, and it is calling you to be loyal to it. It is calling you to find dedication through it, to steadily build confidently, to not give up. I was seeing a message about that today, and it feels as if I should share it in your reading. 9 of Pentacles, yes. Spirit is saying to not give up. to continue to build towards the abundance that you are looking and seeking for. If you are dedicated to something, the outcome will show. We see it in society all the time, where you see that people don't necessarily always start off with, you know, all the resources that they have, want, or need. And still they are able to build something for themselves with persistence, with loyalty, with conviction. Building it with conviction. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is saying that you are building your wealth brick by brick, stone by stone, stick by stick. You are building your wealth, your abundance, your security, your safety with spirit, divinely. So you may be coming up with business ideas or ideas for your business or ideas for your job that is reflected through your work, that is building you more success, pile number 3 at this time. And Spirit is wanting you to say, do not, give me a second. Do not doubt, but do not stray from your vision. Do not stray from your vision. Thank you. I'll just take all of them because why not? Oh, more than I thought. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle again, but I want to make note of the cards that came out for you. Pile number 3, you have the bottom of the deck, 4 swords. Okay, so rest at this time. Either way, rest is essential for you to be able to decipher what Spirit is bringing to you, the knowledge that Spirit is bringing to you. You have the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Sun card. Okay, this is a lot of energy that wanted to come out for you, but again, I'm going to shuffle again. There's a lot of overthinking at this time. I feel like you feel very defensive from, you know, people outside of the norm, like people outside of your normal group of friends or group of people. Like you are not very trustworthy of others in this energy, it feels like. I feel like, especially maybe even in regards to your career, you could feel as if there's a lot of competition, or you've had to really fight your way nail and tooth to get where you have been in the business that you are in, or in the career that you have been in. But the 4 of Wands and the Sun are literally like the 2 of the most positive cards. The Sun, of course, and the 4 of Wands is like highlighting the Sun, saying that everything is happening for a purpose within this situation, it feels like. But I don't know where that was headed. Pile number 3. Someone needed to hear that, I feel as if. But the 9 of Pentacles in the positive is showing that your hard work is paying off. The messages that you decide to listen to from Spirit, the messages that you decide to act on, messages that you decide to grow upon with time and energy will show a positive outcome, if they have not already. If they have already, it is a growth that is what you are experiencing at this moment. Growth. The 9 of Pentacles is growth. The 7 of Wands, okay, came flying out for you. And I think that's why it was like so difficult for this one card to come out underneath the positive is you feel as if you are battling with others or battling with energy that does not belong to you or belong around you. The 7 of Wands next to the 9 of Pentacles again is showing me that you are working very hard to create your abundance. The Knight of Wands. But you want to focus on your creativity. I see that. Like you want to drop the struggle of feeling like maybe you don't have enough, or maybe you have wanted to shield, especially with all of the crown chakra. It's not necessarily visible to everyone else. Maybe you wanted to shield the kind of creativity that you feel calling you forward. Again, the sun, but you are being encouraged to confidently share what it is that you are building or working towards building. The Temperance and the Three of Swords also wanted to come out, but I'm going to, again, put it back in the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Cups peeking through, pile number 3. So again, there's all this positive surrounding, I feel like, a very internal but also external struggle. The Temperance and the Three of Swords, which I don't even want to leave that as your bottom of the deck, but them making themselves known, that energy making itself known means that you have really, the Three of Swords highlights the difficulties that you have been through internally, especially mentally. And Temperance is calling for more balance, especially because we saw the Ten of Swords, more balance in the mind. That is a subconscious, a more hidden message for pile number 3s, those of you out there who need it. But the Knight of Wands and the Sun is saying move forward with your passion, burn brightly about it, confidently about your passions. When you feel like you are grounded enough to take on other people's energy without absorbing it, without absorbing their energy or their thought processes or beliefs about your own life, when you feel like you are confidently able to know that you are not behind in anything, you are not lacking in anything, that you have everything that you need at hand to be as creative as you want in this life, there are more things that start to grow in your life, okay? Your focus should be on what is coming to you outside of another human being. It feels like, especially with the Seven of Wands here, evaluate other people's advice before you actually take it. Evaluate how their advice makes you feel. Is it constructive criticism, or are people guiding you to where they think you should be or where they think you'll feel comfortable in being? I think I'm seeing this on purpose, so it's like radically choose who you want to listen to at this time. And if it is no one except you and spirit, your own intuition and spirit, then that is who you need to listen to at that time. Pile number 3. Again, but with conviction, be very confident. Very confident, okay? And I'm going to just choose a crystal message. Just one. I just need one. Spirit. I'm wondering what this one is. Wolfenite. Journey, past life, soul contracts. We'll see if this energy tries to come out again, but I only need one card, please, Spirit. One crystal for pile number 3 to see what overall message Spirit has for you that you need to hear at this time. Pile number 3, please, Spirit. Yes, thank you. Okay. So you have the crystal kyanite, truth, communication, and clarity. Speak your truth. Kyanite cuts through confusion, fears, and negativity and connects you to your most authentic self. Soothing the soul, kyanite sharpens your leadership skills and enhances communication skills, giving you the boost you need when addressing groups, period. Kyanite opens pathways and acts as a bridge from person to person or even between dimensions, delivering telepathic messages. Yes, kyanite is especially great for opening your throat chakra, bringing clarity and focus when you need it. Aries, Taurus, Libra energy here. So absolutely, absolutely, absolutely on the divine messages, the telepathic messages, those are coming through to you. even if you do not know people's direct thoughts, you may even be in contact with like knowing their feelings, sensing their energy, and just knowing when it's off, and knowing when to go and protect your own energy, go and ground your own energy. Again, with the heavy meditation here as well. But speak your truth. This crystal, if you have any kyanite, if you want to channel the energy of kyanite, this is what it looks like. It looks similar to another crystal that I'm blanking the name on. Not black obsidian. It's something. It's a black crystal. But channeling the energy of kyanite will allow you to communicate your truth to others. To take leadership over your own life, and to be confident when addressing groups of people, even as you can normally see the Seven of Wands depicted doing. Okay, pile number 3. Wow, what a beautiful reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful highlight crystal. I'm gonna put this right to the side here and get right into your reading. First, I'm gonna focus on the overall energy that Spirit is trying to send to you at this moment. Okay. So first you have compassion, okay? With the heart chakra, you have caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness coming in for you right now. You have the third eye chakra, okay? And also family, belonging, community, culture, tribe with the root chakra. Okay, so you have a mixture of energies here. And you're actually the only pile number 4, that has had this much of a mix up. So I'm pretty sure. I'm going to start with the first energy that showed itself to us with the compassion here. I think there is something that Spirit is asking you divinely with the third eye chakra here as well to be more compassionate about, and it could be in regards to your family. Okay, so there is, I feel like, some acceptance that you are seeking, and also being asked to give as well in regards. Maybe, again, I feel like this is a very heavy signal to being a family situation. Okay, pile number 4. I'm going to, of course, look farther into the energy to make sure, but this is the energy that is directly showing up. So this is the energy that I'm going to go with. So at this moment, I feel like there may be a little bit of misunderstanding, or maybe a small lack of empathy in regards to your tribe, to the people that you are closest around to. Spirit is calling you to be a little bit more gentle in a certain situation, and it is something that maybe you cannot see with your own 2 eyes now, is you needing to be more gentle, but it's something that you may be picking up intuitively very soon, if not now, intuitively picking up that there's something within your heart that you are still holding on to. I'm going to look further into the oracle to see what the situation is, to see what you are being shown at this time. Moving the camera and everything. My bad. Okay. To be shown what you are being shown at this time. Okay. Pile number 4. Wow. So you are being shown how abundance comes at this current moment in regards to the situation, if it is a specific situation for you. Pile number 4. And the angel number that you have is number 12. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, period, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. I am a visionary. Okay, pile number 4. So what is going on at this time? I feel like Spirit is asking you honestly and very directly to maybe communicate with others in a more creative way, in a more unique way. Maybe You are being called to divinely interact with a certain group of people in order for a more gentle approach to be, involved in general. I think you are activating it something quite possibly. I think it is centered around your groundedness. How much you ground is depicted on how this situation will unfold as well. I think that somehow your abundance is tied to this. And again, it does not have to be materially. It can be an abundance of emotion, an abundance of compassion, an abundance of healthy family connections and healthy friendship connections as well, because your tribe, your family, it doesn't have to be blood-borne. I do want to also mention that pile number 4, if you have no connection with your family whatsoever, then this is what you would call your chosen family that this situation may be occurring in as well. So it will be different for everyone, but I think you are definitely tapping into something that has to do with your abundance, that has to do with an overflow that is coming into your life. So there could be a new cycle starting for you where you have an overflow of ideas, an overflow of abundance that comes from those ideas, and an overflow of opportunities to be able to support yourself and the ones that you love and care for as well because of this abundance that is coming into your life. But I'm going to look further into your message, pile number 4, and see what else Spirit would like for you to know. So you have the crocodile with repression here. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Right underneath the family as well. We'll get into that. There is solitude with the grizzly. I absolutely love these cards. They're stunning. So solitude with the grizzly here. And you have the woodpecker with initiative. Yes, that is exactly what it says. Initiative. Okay. So you have a few different energies that are going to be going on for you at this time, and they are all very, very important. So again, there was something that I told you that I'm going to reword that. We use the word initiative, and I said that you could be initiating something within a close unit of people that only your third eye could have picked up on at this time. It could be that you are guiding people through a healing moment. Either way, before any of that happens, you will be called to find solitude in any way possible, even if you are still living with your family that you are not having the most agreeable time with. Finding solitude will be very important. There's something here within the crocodile that is subconscious, that is not necessarily, you are not necessarily fully aware of at this current time, or maybe you are fully aware of it, or you are aware of it and you decide to repress in order to keep the peace. Okay, so there's something here that has not been expressed to your connected others, to your family. It feels as if that needs to be expressed, that needs to be creatively expressed, that needs your solitude and attention first before you are able to express it to others. There's a message that you need to divine first about these emotions or feelings that you are repressing. And then, of course, using this time of solitude to initiate a conversation that is much needed, especially with how the abundance comes. I feel like you could be talking about financial triggers within the family. You could be talking about a lot of different things within the family, but I think you will be receiving an abundant energy of a lot of different things. Again, it's not just about money that is being expressed here. It's like there are issues and financial matters are intertwined within it. It's like there are emotional issues, and because of that, the finances feel complicated as well. But with the Lovers here, I don't think this could be a romantic situation for you, but not necessarily. Again, romantic partners are family, but I was discerning a different, the more traditional, that's not the word also that I want to use either, but the more conservative description of family is the people who raised us, okay? Who were there or was not there for our growing up, okay? Pile number 4. I think you're understanding what I'm trying to say, and I hope that it's not coming off as awkwardly. But with the Lovers here, I think this is your own energy asking you to hold yourself in this solitude. I think there's something that is difficult that may have been repressed, that other people cannot necessarily ease this for you. You may not even look for others to ease this for you. You may actually enjoy the solitude, and that may be an issue with the family unit as well. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like something is meant to go slowly. I think your healing is meant to go slowly, is meant to go as slowly as need be, but maybe something is impeding that. The Knight of Pentacles usually talks about like financial endeavors, being on the path, on a slow and intentional path towards your abundance. But this does not, again, feel like career to me, pile number 4, even though that could be where you would like to place your attention, where you would like to place your creativity. There's something here within the family that is calling to be healed and then expressed. You also have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so this is the visionary energy in play, in action, being able to plan future goals creatively, being able to be guided spiritually and creatively, and the 8 of Wands. And that was the guidance that I was feeling here, is Spirit's guidance. You're going to be receiving communication, confirmation of, I feel like a lot. Pile number 4, bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords. Okay, so there's pain that needs to be expressed. You're going to be guided to do so. It could be through writing. You don't have to actually have a conversation with anyone. You could, not actually be around anyone at this time where you see them face to face, but writing, expressing, somehow creatively releasing what is being repressed at this time for you, pile number 4, is connecting you to your abundance. And maybe you, again, cannot see directly exactly how it is connected with the third eye here. It's not something that you can see as easily as the troubles that you can see and the physical connections that you have, the intimate connections that you have with people. So, it's like a gateway. It's like a portal. It's like a clog in the sink or the toilet that is asking to be cleared. Spirit is asking you to spend some intimate time with yourself in order to know, in order to hear what the emotions are that are trying to come through. Spend a moment, take just a moment of time to sit, maybe even in the uncomfortableness that comes up from it as well. But to know that on the other side of it, you will feel so relieved. You will feel so expressive and also heard, if not by others, then especially by yourself and by Spirit. You will know that it is out there now, that Spirit has heard your release, that they have heard going on internally inside of you this whole time. And that more blessings, more abundance, more things are coming to you as you release, as you let go, as you compassionately hold yourself, as you bring empathy to every situation that you're involved in, knowing that people are not necessarily always reacting to you, but reacting to their own triggers. Okay? And to maybe possibly hold them as gently as you once needed to be held gently, but also not allowing people to harm you, to disrespect you, to put you down, or put you in compromising situations. Either pile number 4. There's a great balance that comes with the Lovers here. It's like holding yourself, but also being able to hold others when the time is needed. But right now, the focus is on you, pile number 4. I don't want you to lose track of that. The focus is on you. As you shed, you will be able to help others. You will shed light for others to see. And whether they look and take action, that is completely their own accountability. But what is the focus is like making yourself, you, a compassionate and safe space for you, for others, helping others, but also helping yourself in regards to like feeling like you belong in an environment. Maybe it is for some of you, pile number 4, that I'm intuitively picking up on. Some of you are being called to close a cycle in order to begin a cycle of new family, of new familial connections. You have to heal what is being repressed within you. You have to release it in order to be able to even emotionally express yourself with the new people, the new connections that are coming in your life. We have more of the green energy, more of the heart chakra energy, which is so beautiful for you, pile number 4. With the wave of light, decisions flow, big picture. See the forest for the trees, especially with wave of light. Big picture thinking is enhanced with this crystal, allowing you to see beyond the details and gain a better grasp over the decisions you must make. Combining intuition with logic, wave of light helps you look at all sides of a situation in order to make the best informed decision possible. Clearing energy blockages in the body, wave of light sustains flow and regulates circulation for a healthy body and deep soul level cleansing. Use this crystal during the new moon to amplify its powers. Aquarius moon. Aquarius in the moon is here. And our next new moon at the time of my recording this is going to be on March 2nd, 2022. It'll be, I think, new moon in Pisces, I believe. So at the time when you're seeing this, you could be deciding to work with the new moon or the next new moon that you have following the moon phases in order to release. The new moon is excellent for setting intentions, for being very intentional, and the full moon is excellent for taking action and receiving, the blessings of those intentions that you set during the new moon. So definitely working with those moon phases intuitively, being guided by the moon in order to make decisions, in order to clear, in order to zoom out, okay? When you are able to zoom out, you see the whole situation, and compassion is more easily and readily available for you to bring to anything, any situation whatsoever. And that is how life flows. That is how abundance flows to you and through you, okay? Pile number 4, I hope that this reading finds you well. I hope it makes sense and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it up. Big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you in another reading. Peace.